Hi everybody. So I just finished another steampunk lamp, the desktop style. We also do this big, giant, same exact lamp, but 9 feet tall. I think this is maybe number 17 or 18 that I have made. But we do sell the DXF file. We've sold that maybe 1,000 times, so there should be 1,000 guys out there that's tried to make one of these. And so I just want to make a couple notes. These are pretty tricky to put together. So a couple things I kind of learned or relearned on this one, I just wanted to pass on. So when you begin to assemble the lamp, this main piece right there, that's what you're basically going to work around. And I started by taking this piece and the gusset, welding those together. You weld it on the inside here. And then also welding this to the box. You weld that from the inside. And then I began assembling everything onto this piece. One of the trickiest parts is this main axle. It's welded here to the handle. 2 washers here. 1 washer there. That is the main arm. That is that base piece. Then as we come inside, really hard to see in there, but there's 2 washers. And there's the drive gear. And then that drive gear is welded to that shaft. Then 1 washer. And I'm going to tell you something about this in a minute, but this is a base on the other side. Then the arm. And don't put that too terribly tight. Basically, I kind of just put it hand tight, and then that gets welded. The thing I discovered was if I start by welding this, and this really seems to be the way to assemble the lamp. I've done it many different ways, you know, starting from the top, starting from the bottom, starting in the middle. But I think it makes the most sense, again, start with this main bracket here and this gusset. But once you have that axle welded to the handle, passes through the arm, the main plate, couple of washers, you have the gear welded on there. It's tricky to get this guy on. And there's 3 tabs on the bottom of it that go into 3 holes. And there's, I think, 1 or 2 tabs on the bottom of the gusset that have to go into 2 holes. Those are really hard to get in when you're trying to get everything over that bolt. And so what I did was I took the tabs that were on the bottom of this and the bottom of this, and I ground them down almost all the way. They still kind of pop in to help locate everything perfectly, but they're not a 1/4 inch long like they were before. And basically, I think that kind of explains what I've got going on here. Then up in the center, this is tricky too. This axle's welded to this gear, 2 washers. That's the main arm. And that axle passes through the main arm. 7 washers here to the main gear. And then the main gear is welded on that shaft, really similar to how the crank is done. Now here, I put some washers. They're not really doing anything. There was just such a big gap there. You could see the bolt that I used for an axle. So I just put some more washers in there to kind of just disguise that. Here's the other arm, 2 washers in there, another gear, and that's welded on. So basically what I did was assemble this entire arm here, including tack welding this bolt. And you got to tack weld, well, not tack weld, but fully weld. That's the bolt for this axle. Where's it at? Right here. I assembled one side completely, then put the other arm on and welded these up. And then the rest kind of falls into place. But I think that's the biggest thing, is start with that guy right there. And everything else kind of falls into place. And for those of you that have not seen it before, the switch actually works. It's not plugged in right now, but the switch actually works. It's just a regular house switch down inside there. And then the lamp itself actually works as I turn the handle. Sorry about that. As I turn the handle, the gears move. Drive the arms, his upper gears also move. That's that down inside there, turning that smaller gear. See that turning there? And I'm too close to get a good picture of this, but that lowers the lamp down into a different position. And hopefully that answers some questions for you. Be sure to visit our website, myplasmacutting.com. The DXF file is available there. Also, pretty good assembly instructions, lots of photos, parts lists to help put your lamp together. Thanks for watching.